Hello, it's Beth 4011 here. This is the day after the surgery. Everything went extremely well. The gas pain was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. The surgery was really very easy for me. I was surprised. The younger girls seemed to have the worst time with nausea, the ones that were with me in the room and in the area. I would say that Dr. Alvarez did about, some were saying 12 patients in one day, but I only counted 10 that I know of. So sometimes people exaggerate, and I think that you need to really take that into account whenever you look at reviews, because there were some reviews that just weren't right. There were reviews that criticized the hotel, reviews that criticized the laboratory where they drew your blood, and reviews that criticized the facility as well. And I have to tell you, from what I heard on those negative reviews, it wasn't anything like that. They picked us up pretty much on time. I think they waited a few minutes after to make sure if there were any stragglers at Station F to pick us up. And then our driver spoke not really much Spanish, not much English, but that's okay because I know Brazilian Portuguese and it's very similar to Spanish, so it was pretty easy. The van was not crammed, there were only 4 of us. It did take only 25 minutes. It's very easy to get into Mexico. It's just you have to make sure that you have the right type of materials to get back in, which is either a passport or your driver's license and your birth certificate. So it's recommended that you have both of those. I am currently in my room. We did have a couple problems with our first room. The air conditioning was not working, so they did have to move us to a different room. But the room and the service has been impeccable. Everyone's polite. The front desk, they speak English. The girls are wonderful. They're attentive to your needs. The front desk is where we get our popsicles and our Jello from, and it's all complimentary. We also get bottled water, and trying to make sure I got everything. Oh, and apple juice as well. So I'm doing popsicles mostly. So this is my room with the jacuzzi tub. Since I was bringing a companion with me, it was only $10 more per night. If you bring a companion with you, you do end up paying for a room. Or if you want a private room, you end up paying for a room. So it was $360 for a companion, to bring a companion or to have the room as a private room with the jacuzzi in it. So that was really fun the night before. Of course, now I can't get in it now because of my incisions, and I don't know if you can really see me, but I weighed 265 before. I am bloated, so there are incisions here, here, and here, and one down here, so they're bandaged. And there's another one here. These are called keyholes, so they just make small holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Then there's a little bag that I've tucked into my undergarment that is draining. Once it's really clear, they'll completely take that out, which they're talking about taking it out tonight. You see, I still have my IV in my hand. They didn't give me any IV for this evening so far, but I've been doing a lot of walking, even went out in the town, and I even, here's a little side view. Yes, looks like I'm pregnant. What do you expect? They do fill you up with air, so they have better mobility when they're inside with the instruments. Everything's done laparoscopic, so that's why the incision isn't really big. My sister had an incision that was about like the letter L, except not so long on this end. It was the same dimension as my thumb to my, so her incision was about like that, like the letter L, okay? So hers was different. I don't know if she had other smaller ones. I really didn't look. I just noticed it when we were on a cruise together. But she's eating regular foods after 9 months. She's just eating really small amounts. And she pretty much can eat anything as long as she chews it up well. If she doesn't chew it up well, she can feel it, and it'll just take her a little longer to digest. So it is a good idea to try to chew things up. We've got a corner room. We requested the corner room and in the back. So as you can see, I've got the curtains closed over here. But I brought lots of water with me because I never know what to expect in a foreign country. But I think I showed you a little bit of the room yesterday. It has a nice closet. Everything is hardwood, solid. It's really nice. So the person that criticized the hotel, she said that, and then there's a safe that you can program yourself and put your important things in it. Not very good at getting that in there. The bathroom is really nice. Again, nice hardwood door. Nice big shower. I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn it sideways. And the bathroom. It's kind of hard. Turn it again there. So that's what the bathroom looks like. They really show attention to detail. So even down to making little patterns on the toilet spool and in the corner for the they do have the travel shampoo and conditioners. It's kind of like a unisex sense, so it's kind of masculine, but they've got a blow dryer, so everything's nice, and a magnifying mirror. Ooh, scary. I never like to use those. But it's really nice. Very nice bathroom. So there's a full-length mirror, so we can see ourselves. And then I've already been tore into the bed, but the bed's nice and big. I really like the architecture in here. Isn't it pretty? With the, it's not crown molding, it's like a recessed ceiling. And then this is the jacuzzi, so it's really big. So, but anyhow, I just wanted you to see that the rooms are really nice. There's a couple waiting areas. One is on the 5th floor that's really nicely decorated. I could actually sneak down here and show it to you. My companion went to go. I'm breathing like that because of the air. But I just wanted you to see how nice the hotel is. It really is nice. One of the areas that I thought was really nice was this sitting area right here. So I'll see if I can get that to you. Really nice sitting area here where you can sit down, where a gentleman can come and converse. Really is nice. See? Panoramic view. So it is nice. It's very nice. And very clean. They actually just cleaned all the carpets on this floor today, so it's very clean. It smells clean. They have people that come in and clean every day. The restaurant's nice. The food is excellent. So if you bring a companion with you, they're not going to have any problem eating. I will tell you that, don't tell anybody, but I cheated and I had the seafood soup the night before. So, and then of course I was worried that it would still be in my stomach the next day, and they'd cut into it and there'd be shrimp, and I didn't eat the whole thing. Shrimp, and so I had gone on a liquid diet for 6 days and did really well. Only did what I was told to do, and then the night before, I ran into some guy, and he said that there were some other people that were eating stuff, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" So I give a roll, and then I regretted it because then I felt guilty. I was worried that there would be problems, but actually, no problems. I did take a laxative right after I ate, so it would go through real quick, and it did. It was everything was done and gone by, I don't know, I ate around 5 o'clock in the afternoon and everything. No, that was more in the evening. Anyhow, stuff obviously doesn't stay in the stomach more than 6 hours, and from my own experience, it's usually out of the body as waste within 12. Might be a little bit TMI, but I think here's the important thing. With the whole 6 days, it's got to be low carb. You can't do any potatoes, pasta, rice, and sugar, or alcohol, or carbonated beverages, or salt, a lot of salt. Those are the things in which cause toxins that your liver has to filter. When the liver has to work a lot, it expands and it gets bigger. It puffs up. then it gets in the way of the stomach. We've talked about this before. So going in and eating the seafood soup, I felt that I'd be okay because it was completely low carb. Probably almost 0 carbs because it was seafood and broth. And I did eat more broth than I did the seafood portion. But I did eat a couple of shrimp. There was a mussel that I ate, a clam, and some fish. There was a fish that was in it. Oh, and squid. There was squid in it also, and I ate a few pieces of squid. Of course, I worried about that being rubbery and not breaking down, so I felt worse. So you might just not even want to go there because you just might not even want to have to worry. The worry was worse than enjoying it, but anyhow, it is what it is. It's just so disappointing to be in Mexico and not be able to eat any of this wonderful food. So, but maybe next time I'll come back as a vacation, and then I can. So, anyhow, gosh, I just don't know what to tell you anymore. You know, no worries. Walking is your best friend, is what they tell you. I've done a lot of walking. It's only the day after, so it's 18 hours after, and I've already gone down to the grocery store and bought some things to use for cooking way in the future, and to the pharmacy. And so I walked about 3 blocks, about 3 block lengths. So that was good exercise and getting out in some sunshine. So don't be afraid to move about. Just make sure you move slowly. I will say that I did trip over some uneven, I wouldn't even call it pavement. It was just like pieces of sidewalk and shell and whatever kind of pieced together, so I didn't see it, and I did kind of trip over that and jostled myself a little bit. So if you go out and walk, I'd highly suggest that you make sure you look where you go, because you don't want to fall down. Not at all. Oh, and here's another thing. My hair is so